Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, internet. Alright, tonight we're playing Flicker Strike Amazon. I'm so excited. It's gonna be fun. Game is fun again, officially. I should work on a few of my settings here. And then we can, like, get rocking. It looks kind of, I don't know, it looks decent. If I go just game, it looks a little bit dog. I don't know, maybe that looks okay. What does settings I have on? I do have HDR on here. Let me save that and turn that off. It makes my screen look bad. It makes your stream look a little better, though. Save. Close. Yeah, for some reason, it makes the textures on the stream look like a lot better. I wonder what my Windows HDR settings are. I bet if I turn those off, then it'll look okay on my side, too. I'm constantly troubleshooting stream quality. Okay, let me turn HDR off, and it's gonna like delete my whole computer. But hopefully keep the stream going. Please don't die, stream. Okay. Oh my god, it looks so awful on my screen. That looks decent. Sharpness up. Goo, man. That looks pretty good color-wise. Let me check out Burial Bog here. Yeah, man, that's crisp. I don't know how it's looking on YouTube, but that's pretty dang good right here. I'm watching the latency on YouTube. Yeah, that, oh my god, yeah, that's solid. That's solid quality right there. Okay, let me pop out my YouTube chat. I wonder how it looks. Like, does it look the same if I switch to just like the game screen? Yay, it does. Oh my god, see, that's exciting because then you can see like all the windows I use and stuff. Okay, so now, if possible, we'll set up my kick stream as well, because everybody has to be a multi-streamer these days. You can't just be a stream one thing kind of guy. Save. OBS. Start the kick stream. Let's see how this goes. Come on, baby. Streaming at 12 megs a second? Whoa. I don't know if it should be that high. Here it comes. Looks good. Alright. Pop out this chat. Put that down here. Wonderful. Okay. Let's go to announcements. Good evening, everyone in ye fine community. PoE2, a new Flicker Strike Amazon build. Iterating. Come see how the game can be fun again. That's my teaser. My teaser is fun. If you don't like fun, then game is not for you. Send. And then remove embeds. There we go. And then I think I saw that Kick is showing the live stream again, which it does a lot, which is really something. Pop out activity feed. Okay, cool. I think we're ready to actually go here. I just did one map. It felt okay. It was a little weak. But it was literally like the first map I've done with the build. So, excited to try a lot more, obviously. There's so much tweaking that needs to be done. And, you know, the ultimate goal is just to, like, walk up to Zesht and just delete him. But yeah, basically what we do is we cast Profane Ritual. We get a nice charge staff. We could cast it again, but it's just mapping, so we'll just chill. Feels good. See, when it gets going like that, that feels good, man. What's up, Max? What's up, Juan? Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, man, I've been thinking about this build like for half of the season, but I really started putting it on paper today, and I just did like a first pass at actually like getting all the gems going and everything. So, you know, this is very new on the cooking table. No problem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep streaming on Kick as it is, so there's that. What's up, Haley? How's it going? Good morning. Man, the flicker is so tasty when it gets going, you know? I can't believe I haven't died, actually. Okay, my Ice Bite did proc. That's cool. That's the first time I've seen it proc. This is actually looking really solid. You know, the goal is going to be able to take this in logbooks, crush everything, take this into Breach, crush everything, go to Arbiter, just delete him. I think all that is possible with this build. And it's going to get better and better with more iteration. And all the gear so far is pretty much borrowed, and then like one quarterstaff I crafted. So leveled a monk to 80. Yeah, you know, I looked a long time at the monk tree to see if it could be better than Amazon. I don't think it can. Maybe defensively it can. There's a good argument for that, I suppose. But otherwise, I think Zon is just better. Blasphemy and Temp. That's solid defense. Yeah, that sounds good. God, the flicker is really satisfying when it cracks, right? I do have some leftover spirit. I could go with that for defense. Not totally sure it's needed, you know? Hi, Arcane Earl. Obviously not as fast for maps as Whirling Slash. But it's all about the bosses, right? I mean, heck, I could always grab a spear and, like, socket it into slot 1 and run Lightning Spear. Which would be so sad, but I could. I need to set this profane ritual to swap 2 only. See how we do in this expedition. Can't even get there. Phase, fire, logbooks, pack size. Cool. Oh my god. I hate when it does that. Immune to chaos, more pack size. That's cool. I have to like double back. It's so annoying. Okay. We're okay here. Yeah, I mean, Wind Dancer is always going to be solid, right? Let's see what this does here. So now, if I cast this, there we go. The idea is that we summon corpses for Profane Ritual to consume, and we get the power charges and we use Charge Staff, and we summon them again, and we get 5 more power charges, and then we can go in and just flicker right out the gate. Okay, so that was the greatest expedition clear of my life. So, might be onto something here. Oh, baby. 2 logbooks. Where is Trip McNeely? He has to see that I just did that. Gotta put flicker on middle mouse. Yeah, the corpses trick. So, you know, it's really not necessary for mapping because the auto-cast Profane Ritual keeps you maxed. But when you come up to a boss and you don't have any charges, that hack will max you out. Alright, that's the most fun I've had in a map in a really long time. That was fantastic. I'm running into a little bit of bitrate issues. I think it's from the multi-stream. And I think I'm going to have to shut down the kick stream. How many people am I cutting out of my life by doing that? Probably not too many, right? Ooh, 5? No! I don't want to kick 5 people out of here. Maybe you all can come to YouTube. I don't know. Is there even like a viewers list in Kick? I don't even know if there is. Kick is so janky, dude. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm going to shut down the Kick stream. Come on over to YouTube if you want to continue our squander. And I'm sorry about that. There's actually nothing wrong with Kick. The thing is that, you know, I really want the, how to describe? I really want the quality of the YouTube stream to be really, really high because I want to be able to use the clips from the YouTube stream for making VODs for YouTube, right? Which shouldn't be a big problem, except that I have to juice my bitrate to YouTube really nicely, which means I don't have a lot of internet left for multi-streaming to Kick. That's been like my root cause problem here that I've been trying to fix. Okay. It will be nice. I do like having all the chat in one spot, so that's an upside here. And yeah, and I definitely have the bitrate stuff figured out when it's just YouTube. Fix this chat window and then we'll resume the awesomeness. There we go. That looks pretty solid. Okay, let's go take a look at our gems and maybe do another one here. Wind Dancer's fine. Herald of Thunder's okay. The Glaciation, I Spy, and Bitter stuff doesn't make a ton of sense here. I'm just running it because it's what I know. Charge Staff's working perfectly. Ice Strike has an empty gem slot. I don't really know what to put in there. It's working just fine. I could run Bullseye and get like a lot more accuracy and attack speed out of it, I suppose. Yeah. It's pretty fast. I don't even have any sockets in my quarterstaff. So, yeah. There's some things that are going to get better there. Jinbaria. Is there an affinity for Jinbarius? I'm going to assume that there isn't. 29 is extra cold. That's tier 1. I'm going to just see where this goes here. 4 to all spells. Wow. That is also tier 1. Spell damage. Tier 5. I feel like this could be decent. Somebody can craft on it if they want to. Yo, what's up, Trip? How's it going, man? I'm definitely not done with PoE 1. I just don't think I'm going to try to use it, or what's the word? Like create content for it or like stream it. It's too hard to get like ahead of the curve, if you know what I mean. And yeah, I'm basically just like dead in the water with trying to progress beyond what everybody else is doing. So, what's up, West Player? Yeah, I mean, Blood Mage is awesome. I know it is. It may even be like best in class by the time the season is done. But yeah, I'd have to roll a new character, and it would kind of do the same thing all these other characters are doing, just in like a very solved way. So I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm almost res capped, so I'm at 61 fire. Everything else is capped out. I'll go about balancing those once I get other things in the build going. Right now for this quarterstaff, I'm just going to put a couple vision runes in and get more damage. It's really hard to tell where I'm at with crit cap. So right here it says 77, and then it says hit chance from hit chance 145.28. In POB it says 354, and then it also says 100 over cap by 8.37, 35 increase. So I just don't know. I have no idea, and this has been one of the frustrating things about Amazon all season. I have no clue what my actual crit chance is. If anybody knows based on what it shows here, please let me know. It would be great to know. Trip, I don't know if you saw it, but I mentioned you after it happened. I just achieved the dream with Flicker Strike. Watch this logbook get cleared. Wasn't that tasty? That was my cleanest logbook clear of my career, and it came on my very first logbook with this build. I think we're going to be doing good things with this build. Okay, I'm not going to change many more gems. Get that bullseye in. That's a good change. Yeah, I think we're good there. So we'll get 5 power charges. 1, 2, 3. Go again. 4, 5. We do that. So now we're at 74. And then we'll go ahead and get 5 more. The estimated main hand crit is the number to go by. Whoa. Oh my god, it's so great. How tasty, dude. This is like so dreamy. Oh. Failed my button mash there. I know I'm going to randomly die at some point. I don't know why it hasn't happened. Oh my god, it's so tasty, man. It's so tasty. The game is fun again. I need to put that profane ritual on both weapon swaps, so that way it doesn't slow down and swap there. Oh my god, this is great. Charge staff. Dude, the Ice Strike is doing great on its own. I mean, Flicker, of course, is OP, but, like, the Ice Strike is hanging in there. Kind of impressive, really. Oh my god. It's so nasty. I gotta get Herald Ice going, man. How nasty would Herald of Ice be in all of this? Jeezums. Oh, we still got a Wisp going here. I didn't even realize. It doesn't disappear anymore, right? Things like let it chill, hopefully. I'm collecting Jinbarius for average Zao. Dude is like crushing infinite Sakamas right now. I also did a huge update to my loot filter. It is super clean and refined now. So yeah, if you need an updated loot filter, I have got this stage of the season endgame loot filter for you. What CPU am I using? It's a i9 Intel. Whatever version before they started crapping out. Is that a Ranger? No, this is Amazon. This is a Huntress. Right? Huntress? Amazon? Class / Ascendancy. And she is killing it. God dang, it's looking great. This is an 8 mod tier 15, by the way. Like, I'm not messing around here. This is legit. I don't like my base effective hit points. 1400 here is too low, and I'm going to have sad panda deaths. But the damage, I mean, this is a self-craft quarterstaff, and it's garbage. All the other gear is just borrowed from my Deadeye. Oh god, these guys are OP! Come on! So yeah, I'm just getting started here. Oh, are the frames like nasty? I bet they are, because this flicker is nasty. Am I dropping frames like crazy on stream? It looks fine here. We have an expedition left somewhere. I don't know where it is. I need a Sinister with like around 16 base crit. It's the most important attribute. And then about 1.7 attacks per second would be ideal. And then as much DPS and accuracy as possible from there. Crit damage bonus would be the dream. All of those things. That's my dream. That's my dream staff for this build, and I'll probably try and craft it or buy it. A lot of items you want right now, this stage of the season, you just gotta craft them. They are not available for purchase. All right, we're gonna detonate this. We're gonna come out here and swap, make some corpses, ritual. We have 5. We're going to use charge staff. Swap again. Wait, where's my corpses? Where are my corpses at? There they are. Make another one. My charge staff is already gone. Oh well. Should be fine. Ah! There's a glitch in the matrix. Something's wrong. I have no power charges. Oh, I bet I put no crits on them. Oopsies. I forgot about that old rule. Ah! You jerks. They're gonna kill me. Let's see if I can finish him off. Ah, I can't believe I put no crits on them. Every build this season, you must be able to crit or you will lose. Run! Okay. I'm gonna bounce. What happened to weeks of PoE 1? So I'm still gonna play. I just don't think I can do content for it. It's just too much of a curve for me. You know, I have like I have a regular full-time job and also 3 little kids. I just can't invest the time, especially kind of like that bulk upfront time at the start of a new season in both games to stay on the cutting edge. So I'm still gonna play PoE 1. I enjoy it and keep up on it and all that stuff. But for content, I think I'm only gonna do PoE 2 because I just can't afford the bandwidth to keep up with both games in such a, like, I don't know, bleeding edge way or like frontier way or whatever. I don't know how to describe. Oops. It's the best explanation I got. My plan was to just like play both and make content for both, but you know, it's the first week of a season. You have to invest tons of time, right? And my lifestyle, I don't always have tons of time first week of a season, especially in like 2 games, right? Okay, here's my staff. So, you know, the key stats are very simple. It needs to be Sinister because it has a base crit of what, like 12, and then it needs 4.5 crit chance increase or so. And then everything else I don't like about this except for the accuracy. So this is basically a 2-stat staff. And it was just the best I could craft, like, in the 10 minutes I spent trying to get a staff going. I am saving up white staves to craft on. Item level 82. But yeah, it'll be a little while. Okay, that was another great map. Let's keep going here. I'm a software developer. I develop software. Let's get another one with Breach Expedition. Vol Foundry, no thanks. Augury's fine. Yeah, that'll be fun with Flicker. As far as the tree, I have a lot of ideas. You know, the power charges is interesting, and I could definitely see myself like capping out more power charge increase for flicker. Yeah, there's so much I could do here. Cannot gain power charges while using this skill. 20% chance to not remove them. I've also got per pet, which is a 35% chance to not remove them. So, you know, hopefully you can get it to the point where the uptime on them is really great for maps. But the big goal is just boss deleting. Would I settle for a 4 if it had 7 melee skills? I don't know about that. I'd have to plug it in. Like if the item is on PoE trade or whatever, I can copy it and paste it into here. Because I have to be crit capped. At least what I've heard about how Flicker Strike works is that the first flicker, if it crits, all the other flickers crit. If the first flicker does not crit, then all the other flickers do not crit. And yes, absolutely, I am a software architect. Ow. Oh, it's your staff. I got you. Yeah, I mean, it might work. I think what I have is good enough to learn about the build and understand the other things I want to optimize about the build. And then when I get to the point of doing the pinnacle boss deletion, I think I might find that I want a heck of a lot more damage. And if I get to that point, then I'll be searching out for a new staff, or probably just like crafting one. Wait, where's the start of this expedition? Oh my god, it's all the way over here? Oh god. Alright. Make sure I don't put on that thing again. That was bad. Woof! It's gonna be a nasty one. But yeah, with every new build in this game, like, you need so much time to know what you're really doing. You know what I mean? So you don't want to start investing like lots of currency into something like an incredibly good item until you understand how the build works. Not just from watching somebody else do it, but just like really understanding it. Like right here, I don't understand. Okay, charge staff goes away. But then it comes back. Okay, I see now. All right. My power charges only last 4 seconds, which is a little bit concerning. Ow. Good night. Oh, that's kind of cool, Trip. I mean, I wonder, like, why would you do that? Why not just do boss? Like, do you have to bounce off of something? Or can you just do boss? My understanding is that I could just hit the boss. Ow. Whoo! That is fun when it works right, huh? Holy cow. I think Coming Calamity is going to be really nasty with this build. They don't even take you back to town anymore. You see that? I didn't know that. Oh my god, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Jeez. Getting wrecked. Okay, you can just flicker the boss. Okay. That was kind of what I thought about how it worked. And that is the dream, right? That is the goal. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I got 56 spirit on here. I don't necessarily need this armor. So I could easily run Calamity. I'd have triple heralds with no resists on the monsters, and it would free up a gem slot, so I could run like something cool like Blink. I think I might try that. I have a nice little Calamity sitting in here as well. I'm gonna need more strength. I'm at 52. Crypt and Backwash. Oh yeah, Crypt would be so tasty. Yeah, pretty much. M4X. Well, first of all, I want a more efficient boss deleter, and it's just a fun thing to solve for in this game. Like, it's just an enjoyable thing to troubleshoot. Ridiculous boss deletion. So there's that. I'm trying to think, like, I suppose the other thing is just like the challenge of solving another build that can delete everything. That's like kind of wrapped up in here too. So, multiple goals. I wonder if I could run Headhunter. Should be able to. And then Calamity fits right in there. Oh, I lost a ton of int because of my boots. I need to get to 111 neutrally. Okay. Let's see here. What happened? Didn't I get to 111? 82? What? Wait, what the heck? I had more than 82 just a little bit ago. Maybe I can get this solved with like a ring swapped on there. String dax, string dax. There's a big int one. 138. Interesting. Okay. My reses are pretty garbage with that setup, but yeah, the build will grow for sure. It has a lot of growing to do. Alright, let's pull Thunder out. Now my shield is down to 606. Very concerning, but you can always solve defense later. You know what I mean? Oh god, what is going on? I did not hover over Herald of Ash game. If you hover over Herald of Ash, the game crashes. But I didn't there, so I'm kind of mad. Other thing I'll be able to do running Calamity is I'll be able to run a real amulet, which would be amazing. Got some really nice amulets sitting in there. Okay, 191 dex, 104, not going to hover over Ash. I'm somehow in this global channel. Okay. Glaciation. How do I want to do this? Do I want to like actually tool out Herald of Ice the way it's supposed to be? I suppose so. I don't even really know what that means. I've never had to do Herald of Ice real this season. And then lightning. We'll go with some pen. Infusion. I've already got Innervate somewhere else. Volt? No. Could run Deadly. And Mag? There's like 3 AoE gems. There's Reach, there's Mag. Reach is probably fine, right? Already using that one. That's good to know. What's this one? Oh yeah, Infusion's already in there. That's right. Okay. Somewhere in a Trinity link, overcharge, magnitude of shocks. Okay, we'll just leave that how it is right now. Doesn't really matter what the Herald of Thunder is doing anymore. Oh, let me look at one of my old POBs here. Ambush for crit chance. Long shot is kind of good. Yeah, let's go with long shot. That's good here. Okay. And now I have a free slot. Thinking I could run Blink. I don't even think I have a Blink gem available. But it would be nice to run Blink. Is Blink Spirit? I haven't used it this season. I think it is Spirit Gem. It's a level 14, 151 int. So I'm probably actually going to need a 14, which I don't have. RIP. One in here. Nope. Alright, Blink. I guess we'll see you later. We'll get to Blink later. Okay, now how are my resist with Calamity? They're okay. My lightning is like super overcapped. So I can run another fire in there. And then, oh yeah, I get to run a real amulet. That's so exciting. I really like real amulets. Fake ones are bad. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Heck yes. It should do a lot for stats. Yeah, 284. So then I can maybe pull this ring and still hit the int that I need. Let's see here. Maybe not. They gave me 28. And I need to get up to... Oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. I don't know why I thought I needed so many. I was thinking gems. Yeah, okay, I need a little bit more. 133. Wait, no, I'm there. Why is that off? Not enough spirit? Not enough spirit. Yeah, because I'm going to that. Okay. Boy, got so much stuff to solve here. Okay, that gives me enough. Wonk. 37 left. That's for Blink. So far, the reason for Amazon is the extra crit chance and then being able to leverage accuracy on a quarterstaff. This linkage, to be honest, like the in for the kill is kind of cool with Flicker, and the Predatory Instinct is kind of cool with the Flicker. Essentially half of a Pinnacle boss is like 50% easier. So that's a pretty big deal. But yeah, the main thing was this added fizz from accuracy, and then I was going to do a kind of moderate accuracy stacking, so getting that extra crit chance and making it easier to hit crit cap. Those are some of the main motivations. It's kind of a crappy amulet overall. Yeah, I'll go back to this one. Does that get me where I need to be with Spirit? Yes, but it scuffs my stats. Ah! Everything's a struggle. 14 strength. How much strength do I need? 86. Okay. Go to my set of cool rings. These are all my cool rings. Basically, if I had one with just a little bit of stats, it would do the trick here. That one has 30 with accuracy, lots of accuracy, and 2 flats. Okay, so we can go with that one. And then... what was I not good on? Oh, Wind Dancer's on. Okay, good there. And then I have one slot for Blink. And that was 151. 35. I have 15 to give. Dude, I can actually get to 150. 20, 10, 05. No, I think I can get there. Jeez, this is tedious. Yep. Okay. Blink. Sweet. Getting to run Blink. Why isn't it on? Ah! Gonna kill this game. I think I have precision in. Blink is 60! Dude, I'm so bad. Okay. It's not perfect, but it could be a lot worse. I think. 28 spirit on that helmet. Really wish I could wear this amulet. That puts me at 128, 90, and 120. That should work if I yoink this. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Alright, retool is complete. I might need to change my anoint. Overwhelming strike. No, that works. That's solid. I think I'm way over crit cap, so that's a little bit awkward. I could hike back some crit chance, but I still just don't really understand what my crit chance actually is. Is it really 166? Ah! This tooltip has been such a source of frustration. It should be like... Yeah, I don't even know how to calculate it. Because I have 135 chance to hit. So that's 35% increase to my base crit hit chance. My base crit hit chance is roughly 16.12. And then you would add on my entire increased chance from that. But that math is like getting way beyond me, dude. So we will just run a map instead. Okay. Ritual. Charge staff. Sweet. And it's at 5, right? That's max. Feels kind of weird so far already. Damn, dude. My HP is like pretty risky low now. Where do you get those portals? They're from one of the supporter packs. From the early access. They're only from PoE 2. They're not like a PoE 1 crossover. They're like the coolest portals ever. Those portals were straight take my money portals. The heralds are rocking it, dude. You seeing these heralds? Herald of Ash pretty solid. I don't really understand what it does, partially because it doesn't allow me to ever read the tooltip. I just use an Omen of Resurgence? How? What? You can die while you're flickering? Dude, I have so much to learn. Really, though? You can die while you're flickering. That's no fun. I just died right there to like who knows what. I think it was a ground effect. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. This isn't going to work out. I can feel it already. This calamity. I always want coming calamity to work. Who doesn't, right? This armor piece is fantastic and so fun. Same with Headhunter. Been having a hard time getting Headhunter working this season as well. It's extremely rare, or the flicker just ended. That's good to know. Okay. That's actually really, really good to know. Thank you for sharing. I'll go back to this whole setup here. And try and get my resists fixed a bit better. I have such ring confusion sometimes. It's decent there. Yep. Same here, Bontek. It worked decently well in the whirling slash build. That's one thing. That's one spot where I really liked it. Oh, you know what's going on is because Ingenuity isn't on, the resists are suffering even more. So with Ingenuity on, they're looking pretty good actually. Now my stats are like really out of whack. But again, I can fix that. $190, 205, 136. All the gear is on. All the gems are on. Okay, only thing I have to do is get a real Herald of Thunder going again. I think these are all the Calamity gems. Ice Bite, Bitter, Deadly Herald, Glaciation, Sweet, and Long Shot. Yep. And I just need the Herald of Thunder. And then 59 spirit left. I can bring back the precision. Right here. Okay. This pretty much level sets me back to the original take. I did just realize something because I'm running Deepest Tower. I think I have these nodes over here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got those 3 nodes because these are 150. These are 180% increased damage over here. Most of the damage of the build is from the low life tech because it also includes the execute gem on Flicker Strike. So that is like most of the damage. And I'd be curious like how close I get to killing Zasht. I could try one. See if I can even like get there first of all. With my resist and everything being scuffed. But yeah, I'm curious how close I am. And I need to practice this pre-buff. So swap, ritual, power charges. Charge staff, swap, ritual, power charges. There we go. That's pretty easy. Is precision still bugged where it doesn't use spirit? I think, at least to my knowledge, that bug was just on Sacred Flame, where Sacred Flame didn't use spirit no matter what you socketed into it for Purity of Fire. And yes, that bug still exists. That's a wonderful bug. Cannot be working as designed. And it is okay with us. Looks like I really need some mana leech. Which is fine. Trying to think of like the best place to get that from. Probably my gloves. I have a couple of dual leech gloves. I think just a little bit ago I had a dual leech ring on. Aww. Dude, it's my fire res, man. It not being capped is so brutal. Attack speed. Yeah, where's that ring I was running that had the leech in it? Not that one. Bring that over here. There's one. No resists. Another one. It's got some lightning res. Works on Trinity. Really? Whoa. Okay, I didn't realize there were multiple skills where it worked. That's fantastic. That's really great. How much are these Chaos Rune Soul Cores? Dude, I went to go buy a Crit Multiplier Soul Core. Look at this. There are 4 divs now? 3,000 exalts? What the heck happened? Like, can you not find those anymore? Or like, how did this happen? Like these chaos ones? I mean, they're not that much, but 130 exalts. Man on kill jewel. Oh, that's good, yeah. A recovery jewel. That should be really good. I like that. It's a great recommendation. Let me fix my fire res. And then I'll find a recovery jewel. Okay. Res capped. 44 evasion is a little bit garbage, but gotta work with what you got. %, mana on kill, 2%, ignite, 2%. One percent. I'd like to avoid having to divine these. I'm just going to fracture them and try and hit one. Interesting. I don't have as many as I thought I would. Not using CI. Ooh, dude, good point, Max. I really should be. Hard thing is, though, I've got this hybrid chest. I'd have to ditch the hybrid chest and go with a full ES setup. Those are more dreams, Max. CI is my favorite, so you just changed my life by mentioning that. Thank you. I got so used to not using it because you can't use it with Tangle Tongue that I forgot it was even an option. And look, it's just chilling right here waiting for me. That's going to be great. This is going to be like the ultimate build. Now that I'll have CI going. The crit one is now rarer to find. Wow. Well, thank you to him for knowing that. Appreciate you. Here's a 1% mana on kill with 20 max energy shield. If I have any other ones. Oh, I didn't know I had that still. Huh. That must be one I bricked trying to craft it. There's a life on kill with crit damage bonus. It's tasty. Crit bonus, spell crit bonus. I hate to think about going to buy something because everything I'm doing is experimental here. I think I might just do a glove swap for now. Purchases will come when things are solved. I've got a couple other really good pairs of gloves here. These ones are great. They're dual leech. They still have the attack speed. Only thing I lose there is I lose some crit bonus and I lose the rarity, which is fine for now. Just socket another fire core. What's up, Zal? Welcome, dude. How's Sekama's coming? Alright, let me grab another map here. Don't I have any like simple kind maps where I can just kind of like run my build through some paces and not get absolutely wrecked? Shocked ground, but that's okay. Grotto, Savannah. All Foundry, no thanks. Grotto. Dude, a hideout would be fun. A flicker hideout. Oh yeah, Zesht! Ay, ay, ay. That's right, Zesht. I'll do it after this. I gotta get my gears going here. Somebody wants a 5 divs Fallen? Come and get it, man. This guy's my hero. I mean, he's already here? What a boss. Guy is ready for his Fallen shield. Jeez, where is it? There it is. Heck yeah. That's my logbooks coming in the clutch. Zal, what's the goal with the Sekamas? Are you just like trying to farm with like jewels and uniques and stuff, or you trying to find something with the relics? Just having a good time? Dude, why is Flicker like not available right there? That was weird. Hello. Oh, you're doing carries. Oh wow, okay. What are people paying for those carries right now? I can't believe there's people looking for Sekama's carries. That's amazing. Okay, Ice Bite and Innervate are both triggering really nicely, which is great. I think the Deadly Herald kind of solved that. It's a really good improvement. Ah! I can't move, I can't move, I can't move. Ah! Flicker! Dude, what's with Flicker? It must be that skill gem I have in there. I have a really weird skill gem in Flicker Strike. It like shuts it down on certain conditions. I need to pull that. That's really dangerous. Mini staffs are also getting, or mini stuns are kind of getting me here too, which is interesting. Whoa! Oh god, that flaming ball of fire is gonna get me. Not bad. Not bad. Ow. Ah, Flicker's down. Dude, I gotta fix this. It's devastating. Yeah, it's the hit and run. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's this one right here. Which do not already have some condition for use. can be used after you've moved a certain distance but have massively increased skill speed. I wonder what it will look like when I pull that. That will be interesting. I've already got a close gem in there. Momentum is solid. Execute's solid. Yeah, it's visually brutal's out. Absolutely. I geared up the Amazon like maybe 2 hours ago, so there is a lot of learning going on here. What other gems go into Flicker Strike? Combo finisher. Does it generate combo while it flickers? But then I can't use them until I have combo. That would be pretty bad. More max fizz. It's probably going to be like... Dude, another Fallen is selling? What's going on? Everybody wants Fallens all of a sudden. One combo per full Flicker Strike. Okay. So it won't build up nicely as it's going, basically. Bummer. This is what it's all about, though, man. Figuring out these types of things with these builds. Interesting. I have so much crit chance. I wonder if I could put this in and still be capped. I'm gonna see. It did go up. My DPS went up like double. Main hand crit chance from hit chance. 112. Does that mean I'm capped? Or is it this? Ah! Look, I pull that out. That goes away. And then I have this. Why is it so hard to figure out what your crit chance is? Is it 112? Is it 68? Does anyone know? I'll go to Pub and go to my Flickr link and do it was super critical, right? Overextend. Ambrosia is interesting. Excise. Do I need to inflict ailments with this? I mean, it's freezing and shattering. Can't remember what excise is. 40% more chance to crit hit, but a cooldown. New. What I have in there now is Perpet, Execute, Close, and Momentum. Those 5 seem solid. Overextend seems solid too. Yeah, I just don't know what it's at. So if I socket in super crit, let's see what the calcs say here. This thing says I'm at 86. So that makes sense. I put overextend in here. Calcs. Now I'm back to 100 and it says crit is overcapped by 8.37, which is a 35% increase. So then if I go to the tree and let's say I've got hit chance here. Let's do bonus here. Bonus, bonus, bonus. Am I still capped? Yep, says I'm still capped and I can hike back 15% more. Where else am I etching out crit chance where I could do bonus? I think over here. Yep. So according to Pob, with that setup right there, I'm only overcapped by 1.21. Do we believe in Pob? I think I believe in Pob. Do you guys believe in Pob? I just wish the game, like, you should only have to look at the game. You know what I mean? Like, it's so ridiculous to have to look at this other tooltip as the source of truth. I just think, like, maybe with Amazon, when this goes away, when this row goes away, you're crit capped. Main hand crit chance from hit chance. I think this is saying I get 100% increase from my hit chance. But yeah, that row goes away. It kind of moves it down here and says it's 73. I don't know. It's so confusing. How do you know? How do you find out? I don't know how to find out. That's such a strange thing. Alright, anything else I want to do before I run this breachstone? I don't think so. I just think I'm going to die again. Because I'm only at 2500 EHP. That's really low. Gonna have to do like ES stacking or something. So now I can like flicker away, right? Oh my god, dude. It won't do it. Go. Here we go. You're getting there, man. All in a day's work. Good lord. The opening attack time is a little sketchy. It like kind of has to wind up. Still alive though. Ah! No, not a fireball! Thank you. So tasty, man. So tasty. What item level are these? They are 83. This is Sinister Rare Tier 2. Should probably turn all those on since I'm looking for this. No hit. Okay. Okay, so I want to get my charge staff going. There's 5. So go like this. Hit Q. Get 5 more. Woo! Not bad. Like, for buying no items, like, you know, obviously I want to one-shot him, but for literally buying no items and that just being like the first hit on Zesh, that was not bad at all. Yeah! Ah, come on, man. What's up, Connor? Yeah, man, it's really cool. I'm really excited for it. Obviously, it's like looking absolutely dog right now because it's like the idea of the day and it has a long way to go, but it's looking really good as far as like the potential. I think I got him halfway down there and like it's all pretty janky right now. It's a tier 1 Fizz on here with a decent dex roll. Fracture that Fizz. Nope. Rip. Whew. It's a lot of life. So let's see here. I got him about halfway down. I think the rest of that damage is just having more than a 2-stat staff. So this quarterstaff is literally a 2-property quarterstaff for me. It has the base crit chance and it has a really solid accuracy roll, 530, and those are both tier 1. It then has a tier 9, tier 3 I don't care about. It also has vision runes when it should have crit damage bonus runes. Those are going to be a really big deal, but they have gotten really expensive. They're like 4 or 5 div a piece, so I don't want to socket those until I have the staff that I really want. So I think when those are in on a good staff, Zesh dies based on that test I just did. One thing I'm not sure about is accuracy and attack speed with Flicker Strike. You know, is it important to have attack speed with Flicker Strike? I'm investing pretty heavily into it with Falcon Dive and just like quite a bit of accuracy on gear. But I don't know if it's needed at all. So that's something really interesting. Not sure about. Yeah, so I do have the cast on crit setup. It works really well while I'm running around in a map. And then, yeah, and then for the boss, I gotta spawn these skeletons and go like this. Boom. I don't know why it doesn't grab more of them. My profane ritual quality'd? It is. Chance to not destroy corpses. Interesting. I think for logbooks I'd be really screwed right now. I need to be at the point of damage where everything dies and explodes when it dies. There's some like power charge boots, right? That's another thing I need to look at. Anybody know what those are called? Power tread, that should be it. Ooh, 12% bonus per power charge. That's cool. Only 15 move speed though. Why do they do that, man? Just make it impossible to wear that. Also gonna use. Oh yeah, I need to get that unique shield on the weapon set. The one for the Infernal Cry, right? Yep. That's a very good call out. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, this guy. Red Blade Banner. Because enemies in your presence count as having double power. Yep. That's big. That's very big. So that would be on weapon set 2. And I need like a little bit more strength for that. I've got some more points to give, so we'll just go with. We'll just branch out here like this. Sweet. Nice, man. Very good call. It's such a cool shield, too. It looks so awesome. Ambrosia on flicker for bosses. Would it only count the charges for the first flick? Or does it count them for all the flicks? Two additional times per power charge with more attack speed. I mean, if I threw Ambrosia in here, I think Zesht might die, right? Would take out momentum. Yeah, he's gonna die with the better quarterstaff as well. Pull up my quarterstaff search here. Not that expensive. That one's $740. It has no accuracy bonus, which is more flexible. Let me see what POB says when I drop that in. So if you don't know, you can hit this 2 squares button on the trade site, and then you can come to POB and go to items and hit Control V. Literally drops that item in, which is ridiculous. And you hit add, and then you can grab it here. So where is effective DPS? Full DPS 15,290. Items, Fate Call 19,663. So yeah, that's a pretty big increase, right? I am losing some. Am I losing attack speed with that one? I still don't think it's like my dream one. I really just want to socket the crit bonus into the dream one. It's lower crit chance, which is super sketchy. I probably lose crit cap with that. Basically can't lose crit cap, right? Yeah, it goes down to 89. I could fix that on my tree. But, I mean, really, this is a mirrored one. Perfect, perfect. Golly, look at that quarterstaff. Holy crap. That's crazy good. Such cool gear, man. This one's really solid. That would be very ideal. $14.91. I really like this one. It's got the base attack speed a little bit higher. Increase melee strike range. How do you get that on there? It's a sinister. It's not corrupted. How did he get that there? What am I missing? It's snapshots? From what? don't understand. Just like Infernal Cry. Yeah, I don't think any of these is like the last one I'm gonna use. So I don't think I want to buy any of these. What I want to do is buy one that's near 16 base, either with accuracy or attack speed and some decent DPS. And then I want to socket 2 crit bonus soul cores into it, and I'll be good to go, I think. Yeah, I think it'd be really solid from there. This I could, so let's see, if I bump this up to like 15.8, I could take the DPS down to 300. And there's 72 results. See how high these get. 16.5, mirror, mirror, mirror. Here's a 10 div. That one's really solid. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense with the quality. Yep. 109 increased elemental. Interesting. I wonder what the impact is there. This one's a 16. 500 DPS with some attack speed. But the accuracy rating loss is so significant. So if I paste this one in. This is Enchant. It does go up. 18854. If I then socket, so if we take Enchant and instead we socket crit damage bonus, critical damage bonus, there we go, critical damage bonus, and then we save it. Goes up to 21158. Is that at 100%? It's at 99.43. So that would just be a small switch on the tree. But again, that's not really my ideal, like, end of the game quarterstaff. What I'd like to do is take this off and edit it. Add a modifier. We need accuracy. Like this. Add that, and then we need to remove the crappy accuracy roll. This one right here. Yeah, something like this. Save that. That literally, so I was at 18. That would literally double my base DPS overall without really like changing anything else. So that would be really crazy. Okay, if the Ambrosia snapshots, then probably Ambrosia should go into Flicker. And is there any reason for Perpet on Flicker for a boss? I don't think so, Jzo. I could look into that. It's going to be so... Well, it's going to change the cost and make it very expensive to do that. But I could drop, like... Let me edit this again. And I could drop the... maybe, like, the attack speed off of this. And then I can add a modifier. Melee skills. It's a suffix. Oops. I'll say +7, but I don't know. Save. Wow. That takes it up to 40. Yeah, that's pretty huge. That's interesting. I hadn't really thought of it. Let me do another edit. Let's remove the accuracy and see where we're at. 29. I guess that's an alternative to the accuracy. So it's enough power that up here I could yoink that, and then I could say account, and it needs to have melee skills 6 or accuracy local 500. There's obviously tons of them. Oh, whoops, I didn't put that in. 1. There we go. Now we're at 16. Holy, look at that guy. Listed 2 hours ago. This thing's kind of insane. 622 accuracy. It's not qualityed or socketed yet. I'm gonna buy that just to have it. I'll like hit it with a Chaos or a Vol or something. This is kind of nasty right here. Haven't seen a melee skills one. There's a +6. He doesn't even finish out the prefixes here. Fascinating. Everything's tier 1, tier 2, so this could be like whittled into something fantastic. Yeah, this is a cool quarterstaff. That's a neat find. 680. You look at just the melee skills ones. Let me turn this off. There's only 12 of them at 6. How many at 7? There's 9 at 7, and they start at 60 divs. Which is not, you know, I'm fine with spending 60 divs on the right staff. Let me drop this one in. So this one's more realistic, right? The accuracy is super juiced, but there's a very low DPS. Whereas this Imprian one... Oh, actually, the DPS is pretty low on that one, too. Okay. Entropy Roar. 26. It's really good. That's super solid. That is with these 3 vision runes, so... let me pop those out. Change these to crit bonus. Save. Same? 28? Wow, it was really the same? That's crazy. Crit chance at 100. Multipliers at 927. Dude. That's sick. That's 7 to melee. Well, thanks for the call out there on that, Jzo. I didn't realize that was as significant as it's looking. That's really awesome. And compare these two. Wonder what that LE damage with attacks. I'm not totally sure how that prefix actually functions. Does it take my flat? Does it take whatever my flat is? So the fact that this didn't roll any LE damage is probably pretty bad. There's some good runes for that though, right? I think there's like some new ones for that. Magnitude helmet. 6% of damage as extra damage of all elements. What the heck does that? Here's on 1 to 60 lightning damage. That's pretty crazy. (19 to 28 cold). Interesting. It's a higher DPS. Look at that. And crit chance is not capped, I don't think. Maybe it still is. I wonder what that looks like with vision runes in it. Wow. Just that little crappy one I bought was like a big increase, man. That's crazy. I could YOLO chaos this thing now. It's worth maybe like a couple div. The accuracy just went up. 29 dex. These are all small improvements. I haven't hit my crit. It got a little bit better. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Does it work on the conversion? Is like the thing I'm really wondering. Because you would think it would calculate it on your base flats, and then the conversion... Because the conversion just flips your fizz. It's with attacks, so I don't think it... I don't think Infernal Cry is an attack. So probably not on that one. I guess I'll use more chaos on this since it didn't break. Why does it bounce over there? It's so triggering. Trying to track down what happened to it. Okay, I lost my accuracy. So this thing's pretty much done. No, put it here and try and sell it back. Got an improvement though. That's crazy. Alright, last thing would be the Ambrosia gem and what to do with that. How long is it taking this thing to move 2 meters, I wonder? And how does perpetual charge work? Is it... Does it remove all 5 or not remove all 5? That is like a huge question I have. Or is it like counting each time that it rolls whether or not to remove it? The difference is so huge. And yeah, if I'm going to test Ambrosia... Okay, cool. I've got the right flask there. Keep her pet there. So for this Infernal, do I really do it twice? I just do it twice in succession, and it's better. For some reason, the staff feels weaker. No idea why. Probably because I didn't have the charge staff up. It's pretty nasty. Whoa. How far away was hitting that guy from? Oh, I'm dazed. Interesting. It's doing an incredible amount of damage. Here's Innervate. I haven't really seen Ice Bite come online. It's a big deal. These are great flickers. Dude, why did my scepter just switch? What is going on with that? Oh my god. Twilight Zone, man. Oh, it's because of that. Okay. About the same. That's really weird. Also, am I not critting him? Why is the ritual not casting there, I wonder? Man. I didn't switch the ambrosia in, so I kind of goofed that. Nice lightning damage. Whew. These are all bad. I'm gonna try it again with ambrosia. Pleasantly surprised how easy it was just to get to Zesht. That was nice. Whoop. Holy, that's fast. Ah. It's interesting trying to flicker in the middle of a mob. It's a little bit tricky, actually. Oh god. Oh my god. Holy items. I have such a strict filter on. That is a ridiculous number of items. Wow. I think it's mostly just the tears. The tears overriding my filter. Four. How is there only 4? Is there a max on ritual, maybe? Oh, whoops. I gotta wait for him to spawn to cry. That's probably what I did wrong last time. Got him! Oh, dude. That infernal cry is pretty important, huh? Victory is mine! What are these items? I really want to see this thing. Living bomb? This is new? Or is this old? I feel like I don't have that yet. Oh yeah, that was without the ambrosia gem. I was crying to making a mistake that I like have a video telling people not to make. I was doing Infernal Cry before he was out. Which doesn't work, basically. Not a bad amulet. %99% increased spell damage. Wow. Spell damage bonus. That requires a greater caster modifier if I have one. Wow, I don't. Let me grab one. Well, those are kind of cheap. It's just the one. I got the last one. Softcore is basically like SSF now. Bricked. I did already have that. Huh. A damn good ring. Look at that. 2 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s. Awkward set of mods, but one's solid too. Wow, that one is also solid. Look at that. Oh, bricked the last 2 mods so hard. Oh, there we go. Dude. What a cute little ring. I am so proud of having just picked this up off the ground like an idiot. Holy smokes. This one too. What are all these rings? This is ridiculous. This one's a little bit weaker. It's still really good though. And go with the attacks and then 47 attributes. Wow. And that's without the resist. Jeez, dude. Ground loot for the win. This one's off the charts. 85 resists. If we just do the resists and the attacks, and then we add this rarity in. Whew. Heck yeah. I've wanted to use that tablet a couple times. Never did use it. It's finally here. Go get him again. I do. I have Spirit on Deepest Tower, 28. And then I've got 45 on the Beacon. And I think that's it. Oh no, I've got 56 on my armor, which I don't need. I could run a different armor entirely. I could run just a flat ES armor, which I probably should. Because I can pull that, I lose 56. And then I can pull Precision. Yep. And then I can run a straight ES armor that fixes my resist problem without a bad socket. Or maybe there's like some cool, since my armor is totally negligible, maybe there's some cool armor I can run that I don't even know exists. Oh god, get me out of that fire. Oh my god. This flicker is so much fun, it's ridiculous. Ah! Super scary. Whoa. Deepest Tower can have extra power charge? Dude, tell me more. I did not know that. Dude, you know some stuff. No, dude, that's awesome. Are you kidding? That's amazing. Huge call out. What the? Ah! Flicker! You're failing me. Thank you. Flicker is so sketchy. I should just hold down right click and use this nice frost skill. It gets kind of sketchy too, though. Hare's Ire. It's an enchant for helmets. Dude, there's some new like soul core sockets I saw too that add more damage. But if I'm really deleting Zesh that fast, I mean, he's the tankiest boss, so I might be set on boss dips, and now I just need to like solve like not dying and improve clear. The goal being that like if I could run this build on logbooks, that would be amazing. Tier 5 breach ring, that's exciting. Rage on melee and gloves. Yeah, see, that would be solid too. Done. Ronaray's been doing a flicker build for the whole season. Okay, that's a good call out. I don't know who that is. I feel like I've seen one of his videos. He does a lot of like, you know, I ran like tons of repeats of this particular content and here's what I found kind of thing. Sim for Flicker is a nightmare? How come? That's interesting. Those are alright. Bad. 2 to melee, tier 1 life. It's kind of cool. Bad. These breach rings, man. They're like too easy. Sims mobs don't leave a corpse. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Flicker on Gemling. That's interesting. What would be the upside of Gemling? Skills? The stat stack with like, what is that node up here? Pure power? Stat stacking with pure power or something like that? Sounds pretty cool. I need to look up what to craft on these gloves here because they're such a good start. Oh, he's doing on Deadeye or Amazon? Okay. Int gloves. They've got max life and melee skills. I could give him attack speed, but more likely to hit the leech. I'm just looking at like modifier tags here. Fire, lightning. Lightning would give it resist or attacks. It's probably the best thing to go with. Yeah. Arr. It was cool for a little bit. Dream was alive there for a little bit. Ooh, interesting. Okay. And you're running Acolyte. Yeah, Acolyte looks really solid. Well, you know, both the monk trees for it look pretty solid. So, okay, so the charge consumption is not decided at the very beginning of the flicker. That's one thing I still don't understand. Oh, it's charge staff. Oops. Is it that each time it flicks, each time it adds additional strikes, is it determining whether or not it removes a charge? Or does it determine at the very first flick whether it removes all of them? That's such a significant difference in how you decide to tool it, especially for different content. Not sure what people are looking for with this thing. I know a lot of people have been like using this lately. Let's put it there. I don't think Ambrosia is needed. Can't believe Zesh is dying like that with this quarterstaff. You think it's 1 by 1? Okay. It'd be like impossible to tell, right? But if it was at the outset, you would only see 2 different kinds of flickers, right? You would just see a really long one and a really short one. Yeah, I could see that being very glass cannon. Oh, okay. You could see him count down. Okay. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So the additional quality gives you, like, what can Gemling go to? Like 23? I can't remember the node on the ascendancy. Where are you, Jimmy? Here you are. Nope, that is not a Gemling. There he is. Oh, it gives you 10%. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a big deal, isn't it? Implanted gems. You get free skills. Crit chance. Whoa. Is this node like your overall number of links? Or it's just for the skill that you're socketing? I read it must be just for the skill you're socketing. That's really, really good. That's crazy good. Always have loved this. Gem studded. Interesting. Yeah, I could see this being really good. You would come here. You would come here, and then you'd have 2 left to work with, so you could also not use that and then attribute stack. Get those resist too, it's not bad. Actually, I think you would take this whole side over here and then just take studded. And it starts close to low life nodes. That's really cool. Dude, Gemling. And it starts right here, right? So you can literally path over here. You basically skip this and add this. I suppose you probably want to come to the attribute nodes though, so you probably come down here, grab these, and then come up here. That's wicked, man. That is really awesome. Yeah, only thing to think about bond tag with Calamity is that it's just so glassy, man. You're just such a glass cannon with that. Wind Dancer, Herald of Thunder, Cast on Crit. Yeah, I only need 9. 150 Spirit, I think. I have another armor sitting in here. That one's pretty big, beefy defense. I don't even have a price on that. That's weird. Do you have any others? Need 5. 4. What's this one? Bad. Bad. Here's a 740. It's also a spirit, though. I have tons of them. Let me see if my resists settle out if I swap this in. So we're going to take out precision. Which precision is really good. I maybe shouldn't completely discount that. But I think this is going to help my evasion so much. I bricked my stats. Oh my god, there's 31 int on this chest. Oh, devastating, dude. That's brutal. Quality of all skills. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What's up, Amos? What change is coming in .3 to the Endgame? Well, they'll have a new mechanic, right? I think Pinnacle content is kind of where it needs to be overall. Though, what's his name? The ritual guy. That boss is a little bit lacking overall. The king. It's just kind of like a flat mechanic compared to the others. And then I could see them adding like an additional Pinnacle content component overall, which would be very welcome. Okay, let me see this deepest tower thing. So you're saying I can go at deepest tower and then I have a power charge enchant. Maximum power charges. Ho 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 ho. That is so nasty. Very excited to play around with that. And then there was somebody in the Discord today who wanted some build feedback. And then I was noticing some of these support gems he had in, and I was like, dude, I didn't know those were gems. Where was that? Was that here? Nah. Man. Well, they were socketables. So they were probably like these things. One was in gloves. Fizz damage to attacks on gloves. How much is this? Probably so much. What? It's almost free. Dude, that's a lot more damage. What else is in gloves? Minus 2 elements, cast speed, withered. Okay, and then there was one for helmet. It was kind of like cursed enemies take increased damage. Enemies you curse take 5% increased damage. Is that a more modifier because it's on the monster? Not that that's really needed, but just kind of curious. Yeah, that's crazy. An additional tier 2 fizz roll on your gloves. That's so good. That's so much fun too. Sign me up. That is just awesome. I think the main thing I'm confused about is whether attack speed matters with Flicker Strike. What's the conclusion there? Does Flicker Strike care about attack speed or not? .62 evasion. So much better, dude. So much better. And then ES. I've got this one. Energy shield per evasion on body armor. And I've got this node here, and I got a couple here, mostly just for move speed. I probably don't need to take these 4, and then I could take more ES for tank. It's more quality of life. That's interesting. Yeah, and I guess for Ice Strike, like, it's pretty good for that. Okay. Can I put that on now? No, it breaks. Interesting. But that works. Okay. Fascinating. Okay, I can't switch armors yet. I'm gonna have to, like, mess with that a bit. That means precision stays on. Yo, what's up, Prada? How's it going, man? Yeah, that's what I noticed. It does have a long wind up. So maybe that's the big advantage of the attack speed, right? Alright, so we're going to pre-buff. And charge. And pre-buff and get power charges. Good, man. Good. Prada, you still been streaming like every day? I know you had like a massive streak going on. It's pretty impressive, dude. Oopsies. Appreciate you, man. Oh, are you serious? Hey, congratulations, dude. That is so awesome. Oh, shit. Those flaming balls are scary when you're trying to flicker. What's up, no name? Oh god. I don't know what just happened there. It like whiffed. See you, man. Alright, we almost survived getting zeshed here. Oh god, Flicker is really letting me down. There we go. Okay. Get a new charge staff. And get the power charges. Come on out, big boy. We're ready for you. Oh, don't be rude about it. Not totally sure what happened there. It is not what we expected. He killed my skeletons. Ow! Dude, I wonder what happened on that first kill. The last 2 times he died like insta, and that one he wasn't interested. I did something wrong. I'm not sure what it was though. I don't think I really changed any gear. Maybe I scuffed the Infernal Cry. Maybe that's what happened there. I'm not totally sure. I ran it back. I got a tier 1 lightning here. With strength, mana, and cold. That's pretty solid. Let's see if we can... Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. It's hanging in there. Ah, come on now. Amos says, since the patch, what's the best way to farm divines? I think it's logbooks. I don't know about Sekimas and Trial of Chaos, because I don't do those. I would love to do those, but I just don't do those. But yeah, logbooks just print. Logbooks are ridiculous, especially if you like set up your filter in such a way that you're farming the bases intelligently. You really just can't beat logbooks. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't actually know what the entry cost is for those two, so I suppose that's a consideration. I'm guessing logbooks are like 5 a div or so. That flicker was so satisfying. And then, yeah, Zesht is probably cheaper, right? But yeah, so logbooks, basically, like, they were always already the best way to farm. It's just that people don't know how to do it because it involves bases and selling them. Like, crafting bases, not... Well, I mean, of course, you get chancing bases, too, but the main money is in the crafting bases. So if you know how to farm those and there's a market for them, there's never going to be anything better than logbooks. Like, I guess Simulacrum drops that many bases. It's just so much harder, and it doesn't have, like, the upside of Olroth. Holy, that was wonderful. Yeah, so, what do I mean by that? So, you want to, like, you want to farm your logbooks for basically flat rarity. Like, you don't want rare items. You just want the bases. So that's what I mean by that. There we go. That's what that's supposed to look like. What the heck did I do wrong last time? Don't really care about that base. Yeah, I mean, ideally, the best way you would farm a logbook is with, like, a negative Vener's Gamble on. Now, I don't do that. That's just, like, a little bit too tryhardy, I guess. Like, I'm not trying that hard just to make divines. But if I desperately needed to make divines, that would be a good way to do it. Yep. You farm the white items, and then you don't even need to craft on them. You just come into Forbidden Trove here, and you go to the bulk bases tab, and you just sell bases. Most of the season, when I needed divs, I just took tabs of white boots that were eye level 82, and I sold them for 10 divine apiece. Everything else was just, you know, icing on the cake. That was basically all I had to do. I mean, at no point in the season I was like, how do I make currency? Just go farm logbooks. And it's over. Alright, dude. Thank you for hanging out and have a great night. I'll catch you later. Build is coming along great. The only thing sketchy that's happening is, like, the chance to die. This is looking good over here. Ooh, got that Ellie roll. Which one was that? I just put that in there, dude. Is that really good? Tier 1 rarity, Tier 1 chaos, Tier 1 lightning, Tier 1 int. Okay. Quadruple Tier 1 off the ground is okay, I guess. What part of this is valuable, though? Like, it's the Tier 1 flat, and then the double Tier 1 rarity. 32 attributes. Okay, yeah. I may have mispriced this just a bit. It looks like it's maybe more like an 8 div ring. I could put lightning modifiers on there because they're cheap and beef that up. Holy. Let's drop it here. This thing kind of bricked. It was looking okay. I don't think it's worth putting more chaos into, though. Hello, I can offer 2 div, okay? No thanks. I'm good, man. With these breach rings, I don't like meticulously looking at them, so I dump them into a 20C tab, and I do 2 things. I see if anyone wants to buy them, and then I look at them. If it's obvious as I'm slamming it, then of course I'll do stuff to it. But then also reflip them at the bench. Good way to hang on to them. Yeah, the attack speed for the start of Flicker is... It might be a little bit more than just quality of life. You like almost die every time you cast it. Just waiting on it to pop off, basically. Holy, it's satisfying. The white boots are any eye level 82 boot. It doesn't matter the base. The super GG hideout warrior crafters don't care about boots base. And you know, just a little background on the crafting there. So in order to hit the movement speed 35, it has to be eye level 82. And with the essence, you're guaranteed the property. And then the weight of movement speed is a flat weight. So it's like a 1 in 6 to hit 35 movement speed boots when you use the Essence of Haste. So that's why, like, there's never a shortage of people wanting them. Because those are really good crafting odds. And I can share my filter with you, Amos. I retooled it today for logbooks. Now, it's not actually tooled for currency farming because I'm mostly just farming the bases that I want to craft on. But it's a pretty nice setup. Oh, God. See, what happened there? That was just the power charge problem, I think. Oh my god, ow. Yeah, I think that was just the power charge problem. That he didn't die there. It's pretty interesting. It's something you don't really think about, like some of the variants in there. You see it delete and you're like, okay, it's working, but then it gets a little tricky from there. Holy, picking up rings off the ground. Look at this monster. This is ridiculous. Are you kidding me? These breach rings are dumb. Picking these off the ground, this is so dumb. Oh my gosh. I doubt there's much of a buyer for them right now, but like, it's still crazy. Okay, so as far as my filter, really quick, Amos, I can grab it and post it in Discord. Again, you should load. Actually, I don't know if you can edit these when I share them. I'm not sure if you can edit this when I share it. But basically, you have to come in. It'd be good for you to get familiar with. But you have to come in and come into this control tiering here, which is really intimidating at first, but once you get to know it, it makes sense. And I basically, at this point in the season, I set everything as untiered that doesn't have value as a crafting base and has minimal value as an identified rare. And then, like for boots, for instance, I set all boots to rank C. And then I come here to magic normal visibility and I go to rank C. Has to be item level 82 and only white. I don't want to see the magics or the rares. Earlier in the season I did. I identified everything. I looked for the move speed mod myself. Now, energy shield bases are so valuable that those are rank A. So in rank A, eye level 82, and you could go like this. Normal, magic, rare. You want to see all the rare energy shield boots. My rank B bases, these are like other bases that sell in bulk. So Sea Glass Spear, Sinister Quarterstaff, Sleek Jacket, Falconers. I do the same thing for rings and ammies, but that's mostly just for self-crafting. The high tier override solves the fact that I'm hiding so much stuff, so if we see a tier 5 or tier 4, it still shows up no matter what it is. You kind of have to just filter with your eyes there. But they're so rare, it's fine. Flasks and charms are a huge money maker if you know what to do. Setting up the filter here. Regular flasks will make you a lot of money. I mean currency, if you know what you're doing. The last thing is chancing bases. So chancing. I've got Heavy Belt and Stellar Amulet in here because those sell really well too. So 60 Stellars is 9 div. Easy money. Heavy Belts, 2 for 5 Chaos. That's 8 for Divine. He slashed it. It must have sold. So, yep, those are selling. Here you can see somebody who's got the base stuff going on. And you can kind of look at what people are doing as a way to understand what else you could target. I know Kamasan Tiaras, 80-81 can still be really good. So people will pay for those. The 82 has some role. Let me look here. Helmets. God, my brain is shutting down or something. Where's the 82? Oh, yeah, the resists. 82 is for the resist, but 81 will hit you rarity. And the attribute rolls. And the chaos. So, yep, those are worth a lot. Vile robes, only 80, 81. Falconers, 80, 81. The wands, I don't know what the heck people do with wands. I can only keep track of so many things in a season. But yeah, man, white bases in logbooks, you can't beat it. And on top of that, like Olroth, you know, he drops the flask. It's got to still be worth. It's been worth around 10 plus div all season. And it's so rare, I'm sure it hasn't gone down a whole lot. Wow, it's gone up. These were 20 div. Are you kidding me? It's gone up a lot. Yep. That's all I did, Amos. In fact, I mostly just focused on boots because at the beginning of the league, it's so much loot. It's more time to manage than what's worth. So, just mostly focus on boots. I need more Reaver catalysts. I bet those are going to be expensive. They always are. Can't have this ring not looking juicy. Might have had more in here actually now that I think of it. What is this ring worth? Who knows? This is such a sexy ring. Yeah, for sure, Amos. Of course, man. I'm gonna throw it at 70. Throw it at the wall. See if anything happens. Tier 1, Tier 2 rarity. Tier 2, Tier 5 flat. Tier 3 chaos. Maybe I'm overhyping that ring a little bit. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna do one more breachstone. Head to bed. I don't know what is going on. You know what must be going on with Zesht? It must be the crit chance. The never-ending nebula of what is my actual crit chance on Amazon. POB says I'm 4% overcapped. But maybe it's wrong, you know? Bright Beam. That is mine. Blight Beam. Yep, that's mine. The tooltip says 72, and then it says 141. I just don't know what to make of that. But you know, when the first of the flicker goes off, that decides the crit chance for the entire flicker series. And I did bounce a lot of nodes over to crit bonus. So maybe that's what's getting me here. Where did that point come from? It's weird. Let me bump these over here and just like nudge that crit chance up a little bit more. Just in case. JIC. Oh, there we go. That was a big miss there. Okay, let's try that. One thing I noticed is you can flicker from really far away. You can start it from really far away. So I need to be using that to my advantage a little more, I think. I say that and then it's like not chaining when I start it from really far away, so I don't know. Oh my god. That was terrifying. Sometimes working great, and other times I just can't tell if it's even going off. It is such a YOLO ability. I think it's like not getting the chain started, and maybe that's the attack speed problem there. I have so many questions about this build. More questions than answers. But it's day one, so... Holy loot, dude. Gonna ignore the great helm there. 'Tis not that great. Alright, let's see what happens here. Five power charges, staff is up. We go boom, boom, flicker, and he dies. I don't know what's going on the other times. This is totally confusing. It's so straightforward, and then sometimes it only does half the damage. Very satisfying. Jeez. Ooh, a tier 5 Falconers. That's exciting. Saintly Crown. I'm going to say nobody cares about that. Jagged Spear. And then Amber Amulet. Some Vol Greaves. Extra gloves are fun. Holy. Triple tier 1 off the ground. What is this game coming to? The ground loot is just so good. That seems really good too. I don't know, I guess there's probably no buyer for all this stuff, but like, it's incredible how good it is. Jeez, look at that ring. Ah. Oof, I bricked it. There's a triple flat, double stat. That's really bad rolls though. Pretty fun. Bad. And Falconers was tier 1 evasion life, so we're going to push this up a little bit. Okay, bricked. Alright everyone, that is going to conclude my gameplay for tonight. Day 1 of this new build. Way more successful than I thought it could be. I think the only changes needed is just sort of retooling the defenses a little bit and maybe getting the attack speed up, so that way the time that I'm standing there waiting for the flicker to go off is a little lower. And anything else can be solved just by updates to this quarterstaff. And, you know, potentially just buying a new one. Because this thing is pretty sketchy. But it's doing the job. Zasht is dying in like 2 seconds. Yeah, really fun build. Also the power charge in the deepest tower, because I don't need the spirit. That's another thing I'm gonna make a change to. So yeah, tons of improvements to come in the build, but it's looking really good. It's really fun too. I'm super excited. It's fun to have something new to play. And yeah, I'll be playing some PoE 1 as well, getting caught up there. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great night, and catch you next time.